And as the open table discussion goes forward, I would like to invite Mrs. Neena Bhatnagar, faculty from Kumar Global School and corporate event advisor in Chandra Education Group. From there. Take the coordinates. Okay, so she will be taking the discussion ahead, and I request each one of you to participate. The topics are very general. There is no judgment over here, whether you have given the correct answer or the wrong answer. The only thing is we have to hear your thoughts, because it is the exchange of ideas. Okay, so I request ma'am to kindly proceed further.
Thank you very much, Shali ma'am. So a pleasant and charming good afternoon to our esteemed guests. Today we have gathered here to celebrate our achievements, discuss the future, and strengthen our bond as a team. We have an exciting lineup of interesting questions, and we are looking forward to hearing their answers from our valued speakers, covering various aspects of education. We request you to actively participate and in this question-answer session, as your input is invaluable to our collective growth. So please raise your hands when you have to answer, and the mic will be brought to you. So here I start with my first question. Right. Okay. What is the role of global perspective in teaching? I repeat my question. What is the role of global perspective in teaching?
Ma'am, even you can go near where the gentleman is raising the hand.
To make the student a good human being.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Okay, ma'am also has to share something.
The main role of education is the holistic development.
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am. Yes, indeed, both the answers are. Okay, one more answer from ma'am there.
See, in today's world, I believe that now the students should be prepared for the international citizenship. There are no boundaries. So
Yes.
I think global citizenship.
Yes, thank you very much, ma'am. My second question, what is the importance of global education?
I think it is connect to all.
Excuse me. Yes, I truly agree.
And I think it is the collaboration of students with unity.
All right. Specifically, like G20 theme right now, what we have, that is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. That is the entire world is one family. So when you talk about entire world is one family, so I believe that there has to be, a universal education system. So that's where, the education comes from. It's like, education, same kind of education or one education for all. So that will, determine that there is no boundaries and everybody is educated in a quality way and equally. That's my point.
Neena ma'am, just allow me to speak one point over there. Yes. I don't know whether my message was mixed up in the Indian leaders group or not, but there I mentioned that we are looking forward for some questions, for some answers. Now questions ma'am is asking and answers you all are giving, but only one individual will be giving one answer because we have got few surprises as I promised. So there are 15 gifts which will be given to 15 best answers. So I request all of you to kindly participate and let's see which all prizes goes in who all kitties. Okay? Yes, Neena ma'am.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So my next question is, why do students need to study global issues?
Ma'am, to maintain peace and order in the whole world. These days, there's such a lot of, the children need to be taught about the unity and integration about the countries and globally. So they need to be taught about that.
In this VUCA world, they need to become global. We need to go beyond the local and accept the global. That's why they need to become global. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. What is vocational education, and why do we need vocational education in India?
The requirement basically is for the career readiness, which is the vocational means everybody is skill based. The student or basically the students along with the faculty who is making the career prospects and the aspirants of the candidate to reach out to the progression is basically required to have a vocational training. That is what I feel, that is the career readiness. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am, for your views on this question.
Ma'am, I am here also. Sarika Mishra, I want to say something about vocational learning.
Sure, ma'am, go ahead.
Yes, vocational learning is needed because you know that those students who are not good at study, means bookish knowledge, so they can achieve, they can learn lots of things which skill they have. So this is I think that vocational learning is very needed for in India country.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you.
Ma'am, here I support Gandhiji's motto of earning by learning. So vocational education is very much important because this will make the students independent and they'll be able, every sector of society will be able to learn. They'll be able to learn while earning.
Very well said, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone. I would like to add something here. I differ with what ma'am said. I personally feel skill is required for each and every person. Whether that student is good in academics or that student is not good in academics. Because ultimately, they will have to survive in their professional lives. To sustain in any professional life, skills are something which help everybody to sustain. So education is important to get through that job, but ultimately skills helps us to sustain in that professional world. So I personally feel vocational learning is very, very important for each one of us.
मैं बिल्कुल मैम को फेवर करूँगी. अभी लेटेस्ट डिफरेंट बोर्ड की जो मीटिंग्स हैं उसमें वोकेशनल स्पेशली करिकुलम्स को ऐड किया गया है, कोर्सेज को ऐड किया गया है और इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. और फैक्ट है, डजंट मीन कि बच्चा कैट्स में अच्छा हो या नहीं अच्छा हो. वोकेशनल कोर्सेज के साथ ऑब्वियस है वो स्किल मल्टीटास्किंग स्किल भी ज़रूरी है. जो आप ऑब्वियस है वो एंटरप्रेन्योर, जो हम आत्मनिर्भर भारत की बात कर रहे हैं, तो आज आत्मनिर्भर भारत के लिए गवर्नमेंट या हम वी द एजुकेटर्स एंड द लीडर्स डेफिनेटली वी आर गोइंग फॉर दैट. थैंक यू सो मच.
थैंक यू मैम फॉर योर व्यूज.
जैसे बात करते थे हम वोकेशनल एजुकेशन, तो वोकेशनल एजुकेशन जो आपकी एनईपी है आज की डेट पे जो गवर्नमेंट ने लॉन्च की है, एनईपी का जो मूल मुद्दा है वो है वोकेशनल एजुकेशन को बढ़ावा देना. हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑनरेबल मोदी जी ने कॉन्सेप्ट लिया है, जिस तरह से अभी सलीम मैम कहती हैं, हम हर चीज़ कहते हैं मेक इन इंडिया होनी चाहिए. मेक इन इंडिया तभी होगी जब हमारी मैन पावर, हमारे लोग स्किल्ड होंगे, तभी हमारी अदर कंट्रीज़ जो हैं हमारे इंडिया की तरफ मूव करेंगी कि हम अपनी फैक्ट्रीज़ इंडिया में लगाएं, क्योंकि वहाँ पे स्किल्ड मैन पावर है. तो दिस इज़ वोकेशनल एजुकेशन. वोकेशनल एजुकेशन अगर सिंप्लीफाई करें, दैट इज़ स्किल बेस्ड एजुकेशन. अभी मैम ने बोला, बहुत अच्छा बोला कि आत्मनिर्भर भारत तभी बनेगा जब हम में हुनर होगा, जब हम अपने अंदर हुनर पैदा करेंगे. बहुत सारे बच्चे होते हैं जो एकेडमिक्स में अच्छे नहीं होते हैं, अगर वोकेशनल एजुकेशन उनको इम्पार्ट की जाती है तो डेफिनेटली वो अपने करियर में अच्छा ग्रो कर सकते हैं. देखो, आई एम कमिंग टू द क्वेश्चन वाज मैम, कैन यू प्लीज रिपीट द क्वेश्चन?
Okay.
Yeah. So
vocation.
When we are coming to the vocational education and हम एजुकेशन की बात करते हैं कि जब भी ग्लोबल इश्यूज़ की बात होती है, अभी एक क्वेश्चन था आपका कि हम ग्लोबल इश्यूज़ पे डिस्कस क्यों करें, बच्चों को क्यों पढ़ाएं. इशू किसी का पर्टिकुलर नहीं होता है, कोई प्रॉब्लम मेरी अपनी खुद की नहीं हो सकती. हमारे साथ कौन सी, अभी कोरोना ने आपको दिखाया कि कहाँ की प्रॉब्लम कहाँ को इफेक्ट कर रही है. ग्लोबल इज दिस वन, कि जब हम ग्लोबली इश्यूज़ को डिस्कस करेंगे, बच्चों को बताएंगे, दे विल बी प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर द फ्यूचर. कल को कोई भी आती है, आज हम टिश्यूज़ बनाते हैं, हम वैक्सीन्स बनाते हैं, क्यों बनाते हैं? क्यों? क्योंकि हमको ग्लोबल इश्यूज़ के बारे में पता था कि ऐसा कोई डिसीज़ आ सकती है. तो जब हम ग्लोबल इश्यूज़ पे डिस्कस ही नहीं करेंगे तो हम अपनी इंडिया तक ही सीमित रह जाएंगे. तो ग्लोबल एजुकेशन में जो इम्पोर्टेंस है और जो एजुकेशन की इंपॉर्टेंट है, एजुकेशन, वी आर द एजुकेटर्स. हमारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है कि हम बच्चों को वो चीज़ दें ताकि वो अपने सक्सेसफुल जीवन में सक्सेसफुल बन सकें. राइट. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Your question was, how does the education affect the society? Only one word, ma'am. We become more tolerant. That's it. To each other.
Definitely, sir. Definitely.
Good afternoon, everyone. I differ a little from the previous speaker. हुनर तो हम में पहले भी था, आज भी है. It was only the platform which was not given earlier. I'll share a very personal experience. When I visited US, you will not believe that I took a few children along with me. We went for an educational tour. And वहाँ पे हमें जो products बच्चों ने खरीदे, the label was made in India. Yes. Right, Twinings की चाय, right, Darjeeling tea, and the shirts and the t-shirts which they actually purchased, the label was made in India. So हुनर तो हम में पहले भी था, आज भी है. आज हमें वो प्लेटफॉर्म मिला है जिसमें हम हुनर को स्पेसिफाई कर सकें या स्किल्स को डेवलप कर सकें या ग्लोबली अपने आप को एक्सपोज और एक्सफोलिएट कर सकें. थैंक यू सो मच.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your valuable words.
सभी को नमस्कार. Ma'am asked the question about the role of education in the society. So I must quote, we all females are here because of education. If you remember about Lala Lajpat Rai, he started his campaign in educating the females. And he was beaten up in Lahore when Dayanand Anglo-Vedic established. So at that time, he used to pick up the girls from the houses. And the people say it is a sin not to teach a female. They are only here to cook and do the household duties. But he was the person who brought in Bharat the female education. And this is the reason we all females here moving ahead hand in hand in the society with all. Thank you. So this is a big change in the society which education has brought.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. What is the importance of critical thinking, problem solving, and decision making?
Very good question. Considering the agenda of the today's, discussion, I've been getting so much of views from all the educators and academicians out here. Your question was in my mind earlier, why not has been asked. Since I've been into the field of academics, so I keep on preparing my discussions along with. Here are a few points I would like to share for the answers to the queries being raised today.
Sure, ma'am.
Integrating critical thinking and problem solving happens to empower the student, that is one. And it emphasizes the skill learning, whether the student is able to understand the skills, interdisciplinary approach. He or she can go for the case studies and project-based details, which are very important. Unless the critical thinking is there, we can't go for the case-based studies. And last, that we all are doing today is the debate and the discussion. That is how it's important. And then you have a good progression finally standing out in your career. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Well said. There's one more hand which is raised at the back.
Good afternoon, everyone. When we talk of education, then education is for a purpose. Education cannot be purposeless. So when we are teaching children, we are preparing them for life. And therefore, when we talk of critical thinking and problem solving, that goes without saying that if you are educating a child, the child should be able to apply that knowledge for life to sustain in life. And that is why I feel that any education that is delivered to the child should be with a purpose that the child is able to apply that knowledge to take decisions in life and to survive in this challenging world. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Amrita ma'am wants to speak, yes.
Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, I will definitely connect these all three words in one line, DCPA. DCPA is a very wonderful thing in which way we can go D for discovery. Whenever we are teaching in the class, whenever we are just planning our lesson plan, we have to discover how to teach, how to go through in the class. See, if we are planning our lesson plan, we have to connect in the class that lesson plan with our particular planning, so that child can connect and child can engage themselves with our planning, because this is our planning. Now it's our job to connect those child with that. That is the connection. And this, here we can use critical thinking and all things. I'm just connecting all three words in this DCPA. Now coming to P. P is called presentation. We discovered how we will teach. We connect all those things in the class, but the main thing is presentation. How will we present in the class? That also matter. If we are not able to connect students with our presentation, with our teaching methodology, then it is really not useful for them to teach like this. Then definitely here they must have to change their methodology, because students are not connecting with themselves. Now the last thing is A. Yes, of course, application. Whenever we are connecting these all things, discovery, connection, presentation, when we will not apply these all things in the class, then it is just like that, just a paperwork, what we are writing in the lesson plan, and just we are going through like this. And this is not for teachers also. This is for students also, as well as whenever we will tell the students that tomorrow we are going to study this chapter. So tell them to discover these all things. How ma'am will teach? What are in those chapters? So they will also discover, they will also plan their strategy, what will we ask. They will also connect themselves in the class, and they will also apply the same thing in the class. For me, this is called all those things. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for this wonderfully and beautifully presented answer. Thank you so much.
I think when we talk about education, education is not only about the academics, it is also about the critical thinking also, and most importantly, the social and emotional learning, the SEL, which should be incorporated, and it has a huge impact, I guess, to the society by large. Why? Because at least the children are able to understand what emotions are, how they can show empathy for others, how they can make responsible decisions for themselves, how they can set targets for them, and ultimately just be self-reliant, a good citizen, and a good Bharatiya. So yes, education in society involving all those aspects, academic, social learning, critical thinking, I think it is very important. And yes, it creates a zone of equilibrium and ecosystem that can thrive for long, that can be sustainable and create a positive impact. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Sorry, can't resist such questions, because we're talking about NEP and the 21st century skills, where you're talking about the critical thinking, the 4, 5 C's, the flips. And if we see the Nipun Bharat document, page number 268 to 288, those 20 pages are talking about developmental goals, which is very much going to come in the HPC. And if this is to be assessed, like we are not talking about now assessment of learning, we're talking of assessment for learning. So these 3 skills that you're talking about is going to become very, very essential for the students of today. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for the answer. And here comes my last question, which is very important actually. What inspires you as an educator or a teacher? What inspires you as an educator?
Actually, I came into education by accident. After my MPhil from Delhi University, I joined the media and joined the NDTV. And suddenly I saw an advertisement for a post of a teacher. And I joined that. And I thought I'll be there for 6 months and I'll go back to journalism. But it's now 30 years and I'm still a teacher. So there is something in education that attracts all of us. And it was a challenge. It was a school in Bihar. So it was quite a difficult thing. And I'm so happy that the students there are so intelligent, you know. Bihar people are topping in IAS, IIT. They just needed the correct guidance. And I thought that I was there to guide them. And the students are showing results. The highest one person has reached he's an IG in Bhagalpur, Bihar, one of my students. So it's a great, passion of teaching. And I think all of us here are passionate about teaching. And when you see the results of the students doing so well, you feel so proud about it. I was just talking about my son. I have thousands of sons and daughters all over India and abroad who have done so well in their lives. Thank you very much.
Very good. Very nice.
I will also take some time because education is a field which I think we are all from education field, and I know we are here because we are passionate for education. Yes, we all are. Are you agree? Because we are having this passion that we have to work for education. But now, for me, if you are talking about me personally, yes, for me as an army officer wife, my passion to create a soldier, to create a passionate person, to create a wonderful patriotic person from our school, from any school, that person should feel proud that we are from India, that whatever though that's why whenever I'm in the assembly, I generally speak about that whatever you are speaking in the assembly, each and every line of national anthem should be very correct, because you are privileged that you are speaking about you are just narrating your national anthem, and you should feel proud on yourself. So my motto to create good Indian citizens so that they can work in good society, they should feel that they are from India. Thank you so much.
Hello, ma'am. Namaskar to all. What inspired me as an educator? This is the question. So the question answer is that देखिए मेरा जो स्कूल है हम लोग का जहाँ स्कूल है वो रूरल एरिया में है, और मुझे वहाँ पे अपने बच्चों में जो उनकी स्माइल से मिलता है, मुझे बच्चों के बीच में रहना मुझे बहुत ही इंस्पायर करता है, क्योंकि वो हमारा भविष्य है. दे आर द फ्यूचर ऑफ नेशन. और उन्हें हमें बिल्डअप करना है, उन्हें हमें सारी पर्सनालिटी, सारी जो क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग्स है, जो भी एजुकेशन है, वॉट एवर दे नीड, सो वी हैव टू प्रोवाइड देम, एंड इट्स देयर लाइफ, देयर राइट ऑल्सो. और रूरल एरिया में स्कूल जो है वो जो बच्चे हैं इतने स्किल्ड हैं, दे आर सो टैलेंटेड, बट they are not getting lots of opportunity to as a city level. So we are providing all infrastructure in rural area, और मुझे बच्चों में जो रहना उनकी स्माइल से जो मिलता है वो मुझे बहुत इंस्पायर करता है. एज अ एजुकेटर दैट मैं उन्हें बहुत सारी चीज़ें उनको ऐसी प्रोवाइड करूं कि वो आगे बढ़ें, आगे बहुत सारी चीज़ें करें जो बहुत सारे बच्चे पीछे रह जाते हैं, नहीं कर पाते हैं. थैंक यू सो मच.
My dear all honorable speakers, if you have already spoken, I request the other people should get a chance.
Hello. Being an educator, our prime aim is to shape our kids, the generation, young one, and for the betterment of the society, to, for the Aatmanirbhar Bharat itself. So, as Dr. Sarit sir said, that when the kids all over India, or, for the kids who we have guided or, we have mentored, when they succeed in life, so that is when our life aims is fulfilled. That is when we feel contented. So that is the kick, or that is the inspiring factor that I get usually.
I would just like to add that even I came into this profession by chance and not by choice. But after entering this profession, I feel we have a special privilege of bringing in change and making a better future for the kids. Plus, we get to give everybody a chance to expose them to something new which is happening around, which they might not usually come across. Thank you.
Just one line. I think what drives me about being in this profession is I am the creator of all other professions. So that's wonderful for me, because everybody sitting out here, whosoever tends to speak, stand up and talk, has been created by a teacher. So that keeps me driving. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon all. मैं अपना एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करता हूँ कि मैंने प्रोफेशन क्यों चुना. ओल्ड स्टोरी है, मैं अपने बारे में बता दूं. जब मैं 8th क्लास में था, मेरे पेरेंट्स ने कहा था कि तुम्हें उस स्कूल में जाकर पढ़ना है जहां पर कोई नहीं पढ़ पाया, कोई नहीं जाता है पूरे एरिया से, क्योंकि सारे बच्चे एक साथ एक स्कूल में जा रहे हैं, तो तुम अलग कुछ डिफरेंट करो. तो हम 3 भाई गांव से 6 किलोमीटर दूर पैदल जाना आना पढ़ना, वो इंस्पायर किया मुझे कि मैं इस प्रोफेशन में जाऊं, और जहां पर रूरल एरिया के बच्चे होते हैं जिसको कोई अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं मिलती है, ऐसी अपॉर्चुनिटी उनको प्रोवाइड करें, ऐसा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर उनको दें जिससे कि उनका डेवलपमेंट हो। जैसे हम लोग सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट की बात कर रहे थे अभी थोड़ी देर पहले, तो कैसे हम उसको दे सकते हैं, उस चीज़ को हमने अपने आप में जिया। और 35 इयर्स के कैरियर में 9 IAS हमने दिए हैं अपने स्कूल में। 21 ईयर से एक ही स्कूल में हूँ, और उस स्कूल में बहुत ही रूरल एरिया में स्कूल है। आज तक उस स्कूल से 6 IAS हुए हैं, और 3 हमारे अपने पढ़ाए हुए अलग से, है ना। कितने डॉक्टर्स, कितने इंजीनियर्स हुए, काउंट नहीं कर सकते। हम लोग जून में एक फंक्शन करते हैं एलुमनीज का, जिसको हमने पढ़ाया है। इस जून में हमने 176 पीपल्स को इनवाइट किया था। हमने सिर्फ फेसबुक पोस्ट डाला था कि सबको, जो भी हमसे इंस्पायर हुए हो, जो भी, जिसको भी हमने पढ़ाया है और किसी अच्छे पोजीशन पे हो, और आप चाहते हो कि हमारे जो बच्चे हैं, आने वाले जनरेशन्स हैं, उनके लिए तुम कुछ अच्छा कर सको, 176 पीपल कम टुगेदर around the globe.
Very nice.
That inspired us. Thank you.
Because we all are educators here, sitting here from a very long time. Just a small couplet and bear with me. खुदी को कर बुलंद इतना, खुदी को कर बुलंद इतना कि हर तदबीर से पहले खुदा बंदे से ये पूछे, बता तेरी रजा क्या है।
बता तेरी रजा क्या है।
क्या है ये सब आपके लिए, जो इतने बड़े बड़े एजुकेटर्स बैठे हैं। AC में बैठना बहुत आसान है, बस 2 लाइन। हर भारत का बच्चा यूनिक है, बॉटम लाइन यही है। सिर्फ हमें उसे राह दिखानी है, एक गाइडलाइन देनी है। अब देखिए भारत कहां से कहां पहुंचेगा। जय हिंद, जय भारत। थैंक यू।
जय हिंद,
Thank
जय
you very
भारत।
much, ma'am.
The last answer by ma'am there.
Thank you so much. So, like being an educator, I think that's a benefit. I'm very privileged to be an educator. For the past 20 years that I've been in this industry, being in education means it's the way that we can touch lives of people that no other profession can. By educating people, like I have been into education, and
Naughty children have started up with your gossips.
And
naughty children, please be quiet.
And being like teaching different age groups, being like I was able to touch different age group of people from 2-3 years to 20 years of age, and the difference that we can make by being an educator is the most fulfilling thing that can happen. So I think I'm really privileged to be an educator, and the thing that I get from it is the respect. Apart from this education sector, no other sector gives you the respect from kids, from parents. So yes, that's the benefit that I'm reaping being an educator. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much, ma'am Neena Bhatnagar, for putting up such a wonderful question and answer round.